It's almost Comic-Con.
We had to take care of some business before getting on. You know,
Yeah.
Hey, do you have parts that fit this custom? What do you think of this? You know, important stuff.
You know, talking about our schedule of stuff that we haven't even discussed yet, with Comic-Con being just, you know, like 4 days away or whatever at this point.
It wouldn't be us if it was planned way far ahead of time.
Nope, that's as we are making our final descent into the city of San Diego when that all gets straightened away.
I still have to pack. In my head, I was like, I need a laptop and a cord and a camera and this, and hopefully get some hotels set up. But
we've got at least, you know, we're flying direct. We're flying in the middle of the day, which is always better than in the morning. And you get to experience the new airport for the first time.
Sweet. So that's opened up?
Oh, yeah.
I've only ever experienced after being in a few airports in my lifetime, going to the Kansas City one just felt like sitting in a hallway, you know?
Yeah, like a fallout shelter hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't see a lot. Everybody was kind of just squashed.
Yeah. No longer that way.
Really?
No longer that way. It's very, very nice now. It's got them moving floors.
Moving floors. Y'all almost big as Dallas.
Oh, yeah. But
I haven't been to Dallas in a while because of the Kansas City airport, which I'm very thankful for.
Yeah.
Can't believe they are. Can't believe they are streaming live from the Fwoosh fan with green screens.
That's going to be like the PowerCon trip.
That's the PowerCon trip. Yeah.
We're taking quite a bit of stuff with us, so we decided we're gonna pack it in, and make the drive to PowerCon.
And then we'll begin the trip to. Plus, it's in driving distance, and with all the troubles we had last time, as much as I'm talking about Kansas City Airport, Columbus Airport is up. No.
You know, Ohio, Columbus is just far enough east that they can take you east before you go west, and that's where the problems.
Yeah, and then we didn't have to go that way, but it still took twice as long.
And we got yelled at about chicken.
That's where I was going. I was like, at least we got to experience the lady at the chicken hut, or whatever that place is called. Y'all bastards, get up here and get your chicken.
I felt George Costanza going through the soup Nazi line, but that's a reference lost on you, my friend.
Yes. I mean, I've seen clips, but I don't know the whole episode.
But yeah. We got toys to talk about, and we got new toys that we're going to see, and big toys that are like being funded. And it's like, this is a good time to have this last conversation before we
because man, the weekend has been consumed with odious top things because Wade just hammering away. I think he stayed up. He started streaming it yesterday evening, streamed all the way till it ended, or well, 2 hours before it ended this morning. I was like, I went to bed, got up, looked again. I was like, oh damn.
I was a little worried a couple of days ago, but here it came, so that's good.
Yeah. Talking about toys.
The Z's make it edgy.
Wade streamed for 12 hours.
I would get kicked in the throat by every other person that lives in this house if I did.
And the way we were talking the night before was, you know, we've streamed into the morning hours before, and it just ruins all the next day. But he was up and at him, and right at it. Because of course he was kind of nervous, even though everybody was like, "It's gonna go! Look at it! It's jumping."
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
What's up, y'all? Oh, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Normally I catch the replay, but I'm here for the live for once. Neat. What's happening, Luke?
Too sweet. Yeah.
Toys that make us chuckle.
One of my most anticipated parts of San Diego has also become one of my most stressful parts of San Diego. but I'm sure we'll.
I don't foresee, because even if don't catch it, the QR code they pop. I mean, Mindbender popped up on Pulse after or during
Yeah,
or somewhere.
was able to get Mindbender last year, but Chuckles means a lot more to me than Dr. Mindbender, so I'm adding a little bit internally on top of that. So
because you're going to need 2, right?
well, from the sound of it, it sounds like you're only going to be able to get 1 per account.
Yeah.
Which, because yes, you're right. I was going to get at least 2. I was going to contemplate 3. And I don't do that with any other figures for GI Joe, of course, but because I need like a standard 1 and 1 to make into like my vintage inspired Chuckles and whatnot. But you know what? It's okay. It's cool. Let this happen the way it happens, and then if he's made available again, I'll pick up another one, because everybody should have an opportunity to get it. I just wish that there was a way, and this might sound elitist or whatever. I wish that for people who are going to Comic-Con who are actual Pulse Premium members, I wish there was a little window for us first, because that's why I pay for Pulse Premium. I mean, it's fine. You know, I can go to Amazon and get that, or pile of loot stuff with Big Bad Toy Store, and it becomes, you know, negligible. It's like I get Pulse Premium to try to get those exclusives, you know.
And was it 19 that they did do something like that, where they had like line priority or something?
I think it was the first year. I think it was the first year that Hasbro Pulse was a thing, that there was a show. Yeah.
Because again, I think we've talked about it, where I was talking and you wandered off, came back and said, "Hey, got the exclusives." Because I was like, "What?" After 15 years of fighting that line, or not even getting in the booth.
But I do have a few more of those packages of Chuckles candy, so maybe I can bribe somebody with Chuckles candy for a Chuckles QR code.
Where I was going with the multiples was, do you think? I mean, I've said this a couple times, for something like that, where it's like big pretty box, bunch of accessories, you think it's going to get a single carded? Because, like I said that before, but haven't seen a single Mindbender or stuff like that. They have to do Chuckles in a different deco or something.
Maybe so, like, or a different, because I like the 2 heads, especially that comic one cracks me up. I like both of the heads that they've included. I'm not sure. I think both of those really scream more like based off of art comic, maybe not so much the vintage toy version. So maybe that's an opportunity down the road, is like a retro release or something like that with a more vintage inspired head. And if that's the case, then that would work out, you know, great for my vintage Chuckles with Polly or whatever, you know. Yeah.
Hasbro Chopper is at 17,885. Shouldn't be any issues with it hitting 19. No, there's no worries there.
And honestly, I was thinking about it the other day. It's going to hit. So who's the last one? Is it Ripcord? Is that who's the last tier?
Crazy Legs.
That's who it is. Yeah. With that, I mean, again, that's 4 figures. You build that in as $25 a pop ish.
Yeah.
I mean, that puts the, you know, value of the actual vehicle at what, $175. That is, I think all Kickstarter crowdfunded should have, they should be of their perceived value at their base offering, but this way it's way worth it, in my opinion. Yeah. And it's gonna look cool, you know, hanging there with Wild Bill piloting, hanging half out of there, and Glinda in there, and then the other 2 like hanging off the runners, or the, you know, tow lines or whatever else on it. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I'm less worried about where I'm going to put that than I am the Hiss at this point.
Oh yeah, the Hiss. Oh yeah. You've been talking about hanging some stuff up though, huh?
Yeah, the Dragonfly will hang. The Hiss, though, Hiss tank will. I may have to pull something off and fit it. And I've got a spot for it. I just don't know where it is yet.
Right.
Wow.
Any way to get that SDCC WWE Ollie figure without going to San Diego? There's even going to San Diego doesn't guarantee you getting something from the Mattel booth.
Now, if I remember correctly, last year, I don't think there was any exclusive that Mattel offered that was not made available through the creation site during the show, right?
Oh, maybe, yeah. I just remember having a hard time getting the He-Man and Skeletor set.
That one I was actually able to order through the site. The No Holds Barred one sold out online, but somebody at the I got help from someone at the show to
Oh,
handle.
okay. I thought it was for the He-Man and Skeletor.
Yeah, no, the He-Man
No.
and Skeletor one, I was actually able to watch the line go for like 5 minutes and hop in and grab it. So, yeah, but so I would say there probably is going to be a way. Whether or not it's going to be easy, I
Yeah.
can't say.
Yeah. Maybe we hung out there for a little bit, but then there was the whole issue of He-Man flocking. It's like, why do I want that shit? Why they have to mess up a perfectly good figure? And then my thought process was, oh, they're going to put that Skeletor in the main line later.
Not.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
What was? Oh, whoa! Are both of you going out to SDCC? Yes, we are. What was y'all's? Because I'm interested in. I guess what was your first con? Mine was a local one, and I dressed as a Ghostbuster.
I think my first con was San Diego.
That time you went out for the day, or?
Well, yeah. I was out there for Saturday and Sunday. Bought the tickets when I got there. Walked in. Yeah.
2006, 7.
No, it was 5 or 6. It was 5 or 6.
Because I think 4. I think 5 was my first.
7.
I think 5 was my first. 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But I had been to a couple of Plano shows before that, down close to Dallas. Back when they were just tables in a auditorium.
Yeah. No, I think that was I think it was 2005, and that was the first one. Yeah.
Oh, I'm way behind. Let's get crazy, Legs.
Now, he is like, let's see, Glinda's the only unlockable that is not listed as Night Force, right? So the Crazy Legs and was it Ripcord? Those two I would imagine are going to most definitely see standard releases later on, right? Probably. And they're not Night Force attire.
You got it. Probably.
Glinda,
that keeps the HasLab unique.
Yeah, it keeps the offerings for HasLab unique. Glinda, I could see remaining exclusive just because of how obscure she is. And then, as we talked about last time or a couple times ago, Wild Bill definitely has an opportunity to be offered in a different colorway later.
Yeah,
too. So
more of a cartoon look or comic book or
yeah.
Robo can't be within 100 feet of flock, court ordered by the flocking itself. No, I have a cease and desist.
It fears for its flocking life. Yeah. So
got my shipping notice for the McFarlane Multiverse Nightfall Batman. You know what? I'm gonna have to hit the DC booth because I kind of want the shaded up, slightly darker Nightfall Batman at the con.
Yeah, and that's going to be at the. So McFarlane set up in the DC booth this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is the DC booth back where it was before McFarlane? Because one year wasn't the last time he took the whole booth. Maybe so.
This con's going to suddenly be strange, you know.
Strange.
There is likely not to be a whole lot of Hollywood types running around this one.
Don't get me wrong. I like the craziness. That's what makes San Diego, San Diego. But at the same time, I'm kind of hoping for a thinner show,
I,
thinner eye.
but
Kind of like
will
last
will it
time.
be thinner though?
I don't know. A lot of the people who are there for the movies and TV and everything.
Yeah, do they sell, or they just not go, or do they
Yeah.
like spend time doing other stuff at the
I don't
con?
know.
I don't know. But
But
yeah, last year was great because of the I can walk around like a plane.
that's the first year in a long time where you could be standing at a booth and go, I think I'll go to that booth over there.
Yeah.
And that's it. You didn't have to go with
And
the
not have
flow
to
back
like
this way and then back
not
in
have to
and
think about it like you're not
yeah.
rowing to it.
Mhm.
It's
You
like
don't have
you're
to.
crossing a river in a canoe, and it's like, all right, I need to make for this way so I can end up over
Yep.
here.
Upriver a little bit, then coast
Yeah,
back down.
yeah, yeah.
Or more people on the floor with Hall H empty, maybe.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, it's like, man, the preview night's always the weirdest though, so we'll see
Yeah.
how that
That'll be a
goes.
good. And hey, if it's as packed as it used to be, then so be it. It's
Well,
still
and Friday, which to me in the past several years, Thursday and Friday have been the busiest days to me,
Mhm.
more so than Saturday even. But Friday, with the schedule that we've got to keep, we're not going to hardly be on the damn floor at all on Friday. There are so many things going on Friday. We are having to split up to go to 2 different panels at once for the first time that I can remember.
I'm gonna be all by myself at the Marvel Legends panel.
I know. It depends on the poison that Matt's going to pick. Is he going to go to Marvel, or is he going to go
True.
to O2? So
True. True. And then Star Wars is 30 minutes later, and if it's like last year, then we ain't making it.
Yeah.
Because you got to be standing that long just to be in having the place in line to get in the room.
Yeah.
Frogger is a good, yeah.
But then, because I think Joe is the only big panel for us on Saturday. There may be another. I've got them written down.
Yeah,
over
you got
there.
the schedule.
Yeah, because I remember Joe last year. It was like that was so free and easy because it's like we can go there. We don't have to run to something afterwards. It was good. It was good. Yeah.
Ooh, they'll open Hall H for more toy dealers. I've never been in Hall H.
I don't know what they're gonna do. And this has happened so near the show. I don't know if they're gonna know what they're gonna do.
Stupid sandwich. Thank you. Robo, would you grab an additional gold label Nightfall Batman for me at the con? I don't know. It depends on how hard they'll be to get in the first place. Because if they're in the DC booth, there's going to be lines going around.
Yeah, the DC booth is notorious for, in the past, like not last year or whatever, but pre-COVID, DC booth would be crazy because there would be so many different snaking lines through there because they'd have like multiple artist signings and things like that in that booth all at once. And now you add the toy stuff onto it because DC Direct used to sell their stuff there. It can get a little nutso.
Yeah, so I'm not promising anything.
Yeah, it's
we'll
like,
see, though.
I'm trying to think. It's like getting my Chuckles QR code and grabbing Jada evil Ryu. Those are my top priorities, I think, for exclusives at the beginning. Super 7 might still show off a couple of things, but most of the stuff that they've shown so far hasn't really been. There's a Roger Rabbit reaction one that I might get, but
yeah,
I'm not sure at this point.
Oh, and do you think those DC figures will hit any other sites? Because I really want that Nightfall Batman. I'm thinking that if it's like some of the other San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, they're going to be available on all the out overseas sites or outside the US type sites like CMD Store in Canada or something. Because I think they're offering them to at least the Nolan trilogy figures they're going to have there. I think those have already been popping up. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this is a McFarlane Toys type. We're gonna have exclusives, but we don't know. Is it exclusives? But we want to sell more outside. So yeah, I don't know. You never know.
And that will be actually live at the show, right? That you can actually buy it there.
I think so. I'm guessing.
Because obviously without the Hasbro Toy Shop or Hasbro Pulse, I guess they changed it to booth, nothing is physically on site for Hasbro. But I even think that wasn't the PR release for Chuckles, didn't that even say that was a pre-order? So I don't think it's like even you buy it and it's going to ship to you. It's buy it, you wait, because Mindbender was kind of the same way, because I don't think he shipped until like October or something like that.
And Favreau Mando at Celebration a couple months before. Was that last year? Yeah, before that was the same deal. They're just handing out QR codes.
Yeah. And last year, the Marvel Mojo set, because I bought the San Diego set and that shipped after the less painted Mojo was showing up, because I think that was showing up before the show. Right?
Yeah, but wasn't that available? Wasn't that available on Pulse, like a con exclusive top deal in April, May?
Yes,
yeah,
it was.
Okay,
it was. But the single packed Mojo that didn't have the same deco, that ended up shipping before the exclusive one.
Seems like I got the exclusive before or after, or which one was it? Or was it Long Shot? Maybe Mojo before, Long Shot after, something like that.
They all came together.
No, the classic.
The carded Long Shot definitely came out after that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was later.
Oh, Tom says, saw all the Nolan trilogy exclusives earlier this week in stores here in the UK. So yeah, I'm figuring they're going to have outside the States.
Is Todd going to make Oppenheimer figures too, since that's a Nolan movie as well? We got to compete with the Barbie figures.
That's a Todd thing to do. Just release a couple and then be done.
Here's Oppenheimer and Albert Einstein.
Mindbender popping up. Yeah, he did pop up a couple times.
That's good. Yeah, because you're right. Because I bought a second one for Pabs later on, and it shipped later. So
now at the same time, there's also Walmart Collector Con on Trip Day. Is there anything there that you're looking for? Oh well, there's the 3 Joes. You like that? You like Shooter and
definitely Shooter and Mole Rat. I don't know about the Army Builder though. But I thought those were tomorrow. I thought those were the 17th. Did I misread that? Maybe I misread it.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
I thought maybe I
Walmart.
I don't know.
Maybe I got it wrong.
Maybe I can't read. That would be more likely.
If there's one of us that's going to be less able to read.
18th and 19th for Walmart, somebody's saying. So it's
probably
18th.
So it's happening the same time. Well, I'm driving that day at least.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There's also Mr. Fix-It and Bucky Cap.
Those I don't care about.
Really?
Yeah. Bucky's Bucky. Bucky's Bucky to me for my display. And Fix-It. That one, like maybe even a year ago, I would have been all over it, but I don't know if I have a great spot to display that anymore. So, and I would be on those, more movie accurate deco Ninja Turtles, but I'm not paying $30 a pop for those. There's no way. I will stick with the regular ones
with some shading.
Yeah, which it sucks because they hit closer to the actual like art style from the movie, but they're not worth an additional damn near $20 each for that. So no.
My laptop is so slow.
Slow.
Go. There we go. There's actual pictures.
Speaking of Marvel Oh yeah, yeah.
You don't like this? Yeah.
I'll
The
tell
thing I
you.
like about this, it's almost a bookend.
Yeah, I might get that if I see it somewhere. But I get the bookend part of it and whatnot. But Bucky's Bucky for me on the shelf, not Cap.
You have the old one up? You have the old one up?
No, not anymore.
Oh,
Because I've got
okay.
Bucky. I've got Bucky up.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fwoosh meet up at Marriott Bar for Scotch and Toy Talk.
Scotch.
When was the last? Oh God, was that the Marriott? Betty Lou's going out tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was.
Dang.
Oh man, almost lost my life.
Yeah, we were almost on a boat.
Davy Jones's locker.
Yeah, with a guy in golf shoes.
Yeah. Ooh. But you pulled up the Bucky cap, and that Deadpool and Bob one is back there too. That one's almost tempting to me just for the accessories, because I wasn't gonna like call him out on Twitter or anything, but Ryan Ting's TMNT fandom is showing up pretty hardcore with this stuff. I love it. I love it because Ryan's a big Turtle fan. I know, and yeah, that's a fun wink that he was able to get across in this set.
And then the weekly, I pointed out the colors and the weapons, and I was like, for no reason whatsoever, and I had several comments. I've got to watch the sarcasm, I guess, because several comments. Well, it's a callback to Teenage Mutant. I know that. That's what I was saying. Damn it.
Well, I don't think you need to watch that, because I think if people actually know you and have been watching you long enough, it's impossible for you to not know that. So yeah,
I put in video cues, I make faces, I can wink, and I'll still get the swords are blue because of Leonardo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You just need to pause like this, and then in like parent below it says sarcasm flash up.
Fwoosh is not responsible for
Well, that's the thing. What did I don't know. I don't know. Stuff seems to get lost. I posted something on my own IG account because I got a couple of really cool customs the other day, and it's like I put where I got them from. I tagged the account and the picture on IG, and I still had like 3 people. Where do you get these? I'm like, I don't know how to make it more clear, guys. I don't know.
I know there is an overseas convention coming up, but do Kyoto usually have a showing at S? No, I wouldn't mind seeing more of Thor. No, if anything, it would be in the Diamond booth, but Wonder Festival is the week after San Diego, and I think they have said that they're going to be showing Thor there. And
one of these years, because I can get you around over there.
Stop it.
I know that's my old stomping grounds, man. We are going to go to Wonderfest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be amazing, because
we just go to San Diego, hang out for a few days, and then right on over.
Ooh. Because it's usually the same week or the same weekend, kind of. They fall. Yeah. San Diego seems a little earlier this year, and then Wonder Festival a little later. So
yeah. We could go to San Diego, head up because I'm sure we'd fly out of LA to Tokyo and hang out in LA for a couple of days, and then right over.
Stop it.
Right over. I wasn't hip to Wonderfest. I don't know if it was even going on then when I lived there, but it's like, oh.
Because I'm game. Well, I'd have to go finally get my passport and stuff, but
indeed. But other than the weapons, though, I mean, is this Bob's colors? Are they a little brighter? Is that yes. The main difference here?
And he's on a new body too. I haven't, because I said Sunfire body, but I haven't locked the Vulcan in my brain yet. I don't know if that's Vulcan.
Oh, gotcha.
But it seems more likely.
I
don't know. I don't know.
I think I've talked myself into, if I see this, I will get it, because Bob, if I like the colors better, so that would be an upgrade. I think taking that Deadpool and maybe like putting him into one of my numerous TMNT displays with all those weapons would be kind of a fun wink too. So
and plus that it may be slightly thin because it's the Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, but he was buff anyway, so a more agile Deadpool to put on the shelf. And like you said, I've got different Deadpools from different companies hiding out in different displays. So it just works.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I see this or if you see it, I might be like, yeah, okay, cool. I'll take it.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, it will be on Pulse, but I don't know how long it'll be on Pulse. Will it be on Pulse the 4 hours I'm driving, or in the middle of nothingness between me and you?
I'll be keeping a lookout. So if there's something,
because this is, oh, that's tempting too.
That it is. It's beautiful. It's just one of those things that it's like, that's not iconic Hulk look. And I've got to be more mindful about curation and the real estate. So yeah.
TMNT to Hasbro confirmed. Well, they already did Power Rangers.
Huh? I think
it wasn't so much pissing and moaning. It was just that they didn't pick up and then want to explain it. And it's not even the explaining part. I guess it's fine, but I'm like, is it me? But then I have to realize it's not me. It's I'm just going to keep doing what I do, how I do it. That's But I feel like, did I not explain it? I didn't explain it. I guess I didn't, but.
What
about the Mr. Beast bazooka? I think they just grabbed anything that wasn't being molded for other things at that time.
What about the what?
The bazooka. Bam! Where'd it go? Oh, here. Bam! And I think this is just shadow. This may be like pictures from different shoots and stuck together, because I saw people talking about the red on this mask being different than the red on the body.
I don't think that's going to be.
Yeah, I think that's had to be shot somewhere else. In fact, probably sitting on its and then stuck into this picture. So the shadows are different, the lighting and everything.
I do like the colors on that bazooka though, yeah.
And the way the black stops at the line, yes, it should come down here more, but it also stops at the line. So I don't
up. Yeah.
It's the same. Well, they put the black square, but they stop the shoulder at the shoulder joint.
Oh man, your mouse is doing that freak out thing again.
I know. Oh no, there's too many on the screen. How do I get rid of that?
You're pointing to everything all at once.
This here, how about this?
You stop that.
There we go. I am way behind on, and if I click over here, boom. Oh no, it disappeared a minute ago. Oh,
and Void Beasts, you might be speaking my language too. I could skip a Mr. Fix-It for a 2-pack Tux of Patch and Hulk, because that I would buy. That
okay. Buy. So that's even though it's not iconic,
I would find a spot for that in some random place for those two like that.
Didn't they tease that or something, or was that just me?
I think it was Patch maybe on a leak list or something like that, maybe.
Oh, yeah, it's that list that it's the that David went through.
The leak lists that I generally don't pay attention to, just because I just don't. Yeah. I paid attention to that one, and I remember.
And that's why I didn't remember was. If you ain't got no pictures, it's not going into this brain pan.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Speaking of stuff that was like on a leak list and then they announced it and it's showing up quick, why are people not named me finding Karnak already? Because I need Karnak up in here.
Isn't it shipping from one store or something, or is it actually popping up in?
Maybe. Now that Obi-Wan I'm definitely going to be getting because it's Obi-Wan.
You know what? When these two first popped up, I was like, to hell with that. I don't need all the different hats for Obi-Wan. And I don't care for sheer nighty Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon, I can do with that. Especially, he looks like that guy in the vest from that meme too.
That's what I saw a bunch of pictures of that.
Yeah. But I definitely need the Obi-Wan.
But the more I put together that Obi-Wan looks like the mythos Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Like this is just a nice continuation into that. If you have that custom kit, it's like, well, okay, maybe that.
And you got to think that's pretty much, if you're playing headcanon or whatever, that's probably what he looked like most of the time he was on Tatooine. So
yeah. Well, was it though? Or is that where he rides up at the end? That's it.
Yeah. But I mean, between that and A New Hope.
Oh,
like, you know,
yeah.
If you're headcanoning his adventures that go on, then that's probably what he would be in. Yeah.
At least until A New Hope, because isn't it more like yellow ish, brownish?
Oh yeah,
longer robe.
Getting dirty.
Because it's what? Oh well, it's not that long. What, 10 years?
Yeah.
I'm old enough to say that. Oh, it was only 10 years.
Because what? Leia was supposed to be how old in that?
Well, I don't know. I'm going by Luke being 18 in A New Hope, right?
Right, but I would say
we would make Leia the same age.
Well, I would say at oldest they were 8 in that show, right? Maybe a little younger. I don't remember.
Yeah. So it'd be about 10.
Yeah. So he would kind of be doing that thing for the longest amount of time he's there.
I don't think it's the head sculpt. I think it's fine, but they put the shiny on it to make it, or like a translucent paint on transparent plastic.
I canceled that Force Ghost 3-pack as well, even though I have like the Obi-Wan and the Yoda like that. I think with those Force Ghost figures, they just overthink it.
Yeah.
I really do. It's like, I get what you're going for here, but it doesn't quite sell it. So just make them make them all translucent and then put the shiny paint over it and be done with it.
Damn it. Come here. This.
Yes. And if you want to do like the shiny shimmery paint over that, but make it all the same.
Yeah.
It's
or
like
none
that,
at all.
That to me, it's like he's like stepping through a wall to be like, boo. And half of him is through and half of him isn't, you know? I don't know. So.
How many can I do?
That's the shimmery effect.
Look, he's an actual ghost. He's materializing in our plane. My favorite ones is the third party that's just statues, but it's all this blue translucent plastic. I'm good with those.
Because then you can get a small LED and stand them on top of it and shoot the light up through it. Yeah. And it looks really cool.
The Force Ghosts look sweaty.
They do. Yeah, that's ghost sweat. That's ghost sweat.
Just want Cad Bane.
Man, I've got a couple Cad Banes at this point. But that's the live action one, huh?
Obi-Wan director Deborah Chow confirmed that she was inspired by the Mythos statue for that costume. I'll be picking up both for sure. That makes it even better.
Yeah. And I like the idea of the Force Ghost thing too, and would love to have a Force Ghost Qui-Gon, but I would have to see pictures of actual product first. I'm just not sure about it yet.
Yeah.
But that Obi-Wan, I mean, obviously I wouldn't be skipping on any Obi-Wans, but that one might be my favorite Obi-Wan look since episode 3. So
I haven't been getting them all, but I got the one with the blue shirt just because of how different it was from the rest. But I think everybody's talked me into this one.
I haven't found the Jabim one yet. I mean, obviously, like I said, it's Obi-Wan, so I will pick it up. But that one's not. I don't think that one's as cool as the blue one or this one either.
Quite gonna see-through bathrobe.
But yeah, I'll admit I marked out for Qui-Gon on the show, for sure. Yeah. And I really enjoyed the show myself. So I should be more into this. It's just like I said, I want to see what it actually looks like before I would actually do it, because the halvesy thing, I'm not so sold on.
This tells me that Black Series will do a new regular Qui-Gon in box soon.
I would love that.
Have they re-released, or has it just been? No,
they did an archive version of him, I think, but
without the rubber mask.
That head, yeah. He's got the Hannibal Lecter mask on, kind of.
Wait, the archive or the original?
The original.
Yeah, the archive's essentially this.
Is it?
Yeah, it's got the new head.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know.
It seems like when I got it, I couldn't, because I'd already replaced the original, skin mask thing with a casting cave head, so I couldn't find the original to compare to the archive.
Yeah, because I love Qui-Gon, so yeah.
Oh, and on the episode 1 card.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. Well, so then I definitely got the one that was on the episode 1 card too. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Did they do archive, or was it just the episode 1? Hell, I don't remember.
Maybe it was archive. Maybe it was episode 1 instead of archive.
Maybe it was. I don't remember. Gosh, it's hard for me.
So many figures. This Qui-Gon has a very particular set of disco skills.
Disco
Blue shirt Obi-Wan is awesome.
Likes disco music.
Sonar Joker looks like a Force ghost than the actual. Yeah, because nope. Go back. Did I put the DC stuff in here? Yes, I did. Hello. Hey. I'm talking to you from the beyond.
Oh, you can have Force Ghost Joker with them.
He's just gonna be twice as tall.
Yeah, he'll be towering over them. Yeah.
Not very good at staying alive though.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Yes, that gets the check mark for today.
Yeah, he looks like an ice sculpture, which makes me like it even more.
I was gonna say, I know what you're getting for your next birthday party.
That's right. Did you you looking for that? Not this, but the regular version?
No. No.
Keeping it.
The Jay Garrick one looks too off to me. It's just it. These are both a case of getting something that is stylized, old and classic and iconic, and making it look as modern as possible, and I don't get that.
So you're going to stick with JLI, just if it comes along?
I mean, I got Ted and Booster now.
And John.
John that's kind of okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I can get Ted's obviously, and I can get Boosters as well, because they've got their own space too. But I don't know. Like I said, I did pre-order that anti-monitor, because that should go in perfectly with my stuff. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Now the 30, and the collector figures, that first appearance or whatever, the Superman in the blue tights, and the not that he's never in blue tights, but he's in the footy pajamas.
But yeah.
And the regular Alan Scott is collector line for $30, which we all predicted at some point that prices would be, but I don't know why the collector's line is that much more than the build a line.
Yeah.
So I don't know, especially if it's reuse.
Yeah.
Is all I need. How about classic Riddler?
He'd have to be.
You've got that in classics.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, kind of. It's more of like the. Yeah, I do. Yeah. I was gonna say it would have to be very, very clean and very classic looking. Then and see, okay, wait, that Superman, the painted looking one, the 85. Okay.
Okay.
Listen up here.
Let me talk to you.
I think I've made it clear a lot that I don't care for Staction figures, like the movie essentially the movie Maniacs how he's doing those now. It's like that's silly to me. But this figure would have been perfect in that format with a backdrop to it. It's supposed to represent that iconic, why does he move? The paint doesn't sell it as well. That should be like a Movie Maniac style, painted gorgeously like that, and make the backdrop for it. And it doesn't need to move, because if you like this is how you're going to have it posed. He looks weird out of that pose. Why did they not like take the easier road with this and just make it essentially a Staction with a stand to make him fly and that backdrop? I think that would have been much more successful.
Veeb's not happy.
Well, I don't think it's like not. It's like my brain's like not clicking, like the thought process of how they decided to approach that.
Because even if they did that, it wasn't going to come to your house. I mean, it wasn't, you weren't looking for
right, exactly. Yeah. But if I was into this, it would only be posed like this, and getting the paint and the pose just right would be the most important thing to me. So don't make it move.
Well, I guess none of the other pictures loaded. I can't remember if they put it in that pose.
No, it's not in the box. It's not even in that pose in the box. It's weird. Like I said, I get it, but why did you not make it easier on yourself?
That Joker looks like it fell into a vat of Crest toothpaste Ace chemicals instead of a Joker formula. It does look toothpastey, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, if he had some sparkles in him, there does he? Does he have sparkles?
Oh yeah,
the Crest sparkles.
The oh god, what are those called? Oh no, never mind. That's scrubbing bubbles. That's something completely different. You shouldn't put in your mouth.
That would be
the Fwoosh does not condone.
That would be for a bald buff Joker. Yeah,
damn it.
They can make him Mr. Clean with scrubbing bubble action inside.
Superman has been defaced by an environmental activist. This
doesn't sell the effect.
This is the one I'm kind of looking out for, just because.
I like everything about that until you get to the middle of the thighs down. Those legs still get me.
Yeah. But he'll be a cool one-off standing over by my Superman that I put a Rebel 10 cape on.
Well, or you can just like make him be held, like getting his back cracked with Bane, and
not true.
Then you wouldn't notice the proportions quite as much.
You know what grinds Veeb's gears?
Like I said, it doesn't make me mad, because I wouldn't get it anyway, because that doesn't really that particular thing isn't like big to me. But that would be perfect for like that Movie Maniac style, because then I started thinking it's like a Crisis on Infinite Earths one, like with him holding Supergirl. Do that like Staction wise and put a backdrop behind it, so everything is perfectly like recreating that. That would be rad. I would buy that. But yeah, this is where it doesn't. The articulation and the figure-ishness of it works against it.
Food chat imminent. Wait, we were talking about toothpaste, not food.
Yeah.
Tide Pod Joker challenge.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Let's leave that in the past.
That Batman slaps. Yeah. I just love the shadow effect on the cowl. We don't get enough Batmans like that, because it adds eyebrows. It adds some emotion to the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely it's one of the best looking Batmans that he's done. Like I said, the legs are an overall proportion thing with the line for me. So if you take that as a given or reluctant to change or whatever, then everything else looks really, really good. And then there's this. Wow. I like this concept, maybe not as Mr. Freeze, but I like the figure and the design, Yeah. It's one of those big things. Maybe not in this color scheme, although I do like the black and white line art thing. But I don't know. It looks like a little emoji minion top. Pew, 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 it looks like, what's the sus game? With that's Bioshock. No, but the imposter game or whatever. Oh, that the kids were playing there for
Come
a
on,
little
you
bit.
got teenagers. Yeah.
I have
Among Us.
adults.
Among Us. Yeah.
all,
He
all-
looks like a cross between Bioshock and Among Us. Yeah.
yeah. All three of my kids have jobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
But and
We could battle.
I can't read page punchers without like hearing Mo Sislak's voice. But, oh well, shit. There's another. You're not a Simpsons watcher when he was talking about
No. When you
Christ.
said that, I was like, who?
We're the Christ punchers. It's like the page punchers.
Easy pass on this freeze. Looks like Kenny. Damn. Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah. Well, somebody paint that guy orange, and that could be pretty funny. But then he'd look even more like Bioshock, wouldn't he?
Here's your tomorrow. Will be your second chance to get the Batmobile.
I don't know. I've already got the other one, so this kind of.
I forgot to talk about it, but I mean that initial picture. Well, I don't have it on here, but it looks less Keaton-y with a neck joint.
See, that's why I'm perfectly happy with my NECA 89 Batman in that car.
Yeah.
I just need you to take the canopy home with you and fix it for me.
Just paint it all black because apparently
bring it back at PowerCon.
they fixed this one apparently, yeah. But right, I don't know. Is that reflection or is that? Who knows? I wish somebody would have a third party. I just would start printing them up.
Yeah,
they probably have. I haven't been paying attention though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cleaner. It's more 89, but there's still that McFarlane sexiness.
I was gonna say it does look better, but I still like the NECA one. But that's easy for me to say because I own the NECA one, so I get it's not fully available.
I'm not sure. For NECA, I have the 8-bit, the purple one, and then I have the gold one. I don't know if I got the regular. Regular wise, I think I only have the M.A.S.K, and I don't think I want to leave him sitting in the car for any.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And I think that's one of my main things with this one is that this area right here is so iconic on that style of Batman that does not have that at all going on.
I think I saw somebody say,
but
it's kind of Christian Bale helmet top.
Yeah.
Looks like Kick-Ass, not Kick-Ass, Big Daddy. It's a I'm Batman. Hey. There's no need to be rude. There's no need to hurt my feelings.
I've forgotten about that. We talked about that for a damned half hour one weekend.
Because my Batmobile is still sitting right there, getting ready for a repaint. My big thing is, one, I fixed my truck, got the AC. Well, I got the heater working first. I was like, great. Yeah, right in the middle of summer.
Right in July.
I went 10 winters with no heat, and I got the heater fixed in the middle of summer. But then I got the AC fixed, and I'm also been working on the Robo Shed, the Robo Shop, so I can get out there and spray things like the Batmobile or Primer Customs, get stuff on a larger scale, get some stuff printed.
Damn, I just need to send my Batmobile home with you. I think that's been decided. Okay, that's cool.
Bringing back a Batmobile because I'll be back up there in 2 weeks, right? Is it 2 weeks between?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
That diaper will melt in the San Diego. It's not heat. Bringing it back and driving home with me, it'll hit.
I was going to say it's more likely to melt like then. Yeah.
Yeah. The Robo Hut, the Robo Zone. Get in the zone. Robo Zone. Robo's paint, huff, and shed. No, I haven't painted anything out there yet. Is the Robo Shop brought to you by OCP? I bought it for $1.
You down with OCP?
Yeah, you know me. We're gonna need Robo Sheds for those cats' lairs. I'm getting 3. No. The shed is not for displaying. I may have some shelves like my top 5 of the year that's going to rotate in and out, and then some people's custom work or some of my custom work, but it's mostly to have space to get the hell all this stuff out of this bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, and no huffing either, because I'm also installing a booth, a spray booth. Spray booth makes it sound like a room, but it's a box.
I was gonna say, what do you
Yeah,
like? Just get a clear box or something like that?
Yeah, with a exhaust fan.
You should get like one of those prefab showers and make it a big one, and you can paint gigantic custom.
So I can hang Batmobiles all day and
yeah,
spray them down.
Hang the Batmobile. Yeah. It's like, well, sir, why is there a shower out here with all this red in here and a big hook hanging in the middle of it?
No,
I was just painting Magnum PI's car, I swear.
No, I need a couple of exhaust fans because I 3D printer out there too. Apparently, with the resin, there's fumes and stuff. Throw in a tanning bed.
You gotta look good for San Diego.
Just thought to myself, what's Cat Slayers? I got that comment last week. What's Cat Slayer? Cat's Lair. Spock.
Well, speaking of Cat's Lair, that's one of the like top 3 definitely things that I'm looking forward to seeing at San Diego. What are you looking forward to seeing there? I mean, we're going there. Have you had a chance to even think about it?
I've gotten to where, well, I talk about it, of course, the toys and stuff, but you know me, I don't really retain hinty stuff or name reveals and everything. And when going to the show, I kind of don't think about it a lot until actually I hit your house and we start talking and there's this, but walking into the con floor and seeing stuff that I was kind of expecting but had forgotten about, I'm kind of good with that. Kind of that kid in a candy store type thing. But I do want to see how big that Cat's Lair is, just so we can go back to your house and figure out where the hell it's gonna go. Take some measurements.
Yeah.
Do some clearing.
Yeah. Maybe doing some turning of some stuff. Yeah. I just I don't know. For me, it's I'm looking forward to of all the Hasbro stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm looking forward to like Legends and Star Wars, but probably of all the Hasbro stuff, it's the newly announced Joe stuff, because they had a fun panel last year with how they revealed stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing new Joes. I'm looking forward to seeing Cat's Lair, the NECA wall of like it's not the biggest booth in the world, but man, you get more bang for your buck looking at that one side of that NECA display wall than just about anywhere else. It's crazy.
Well, that's one of the cases where, yeah, there's so much stuff to look at. There's actual plastic, but I still can't remember what the hell was all in those buildings and in the windows and this team. And of course, I never went deep with the cartoon. So a lot of that stuff.
Well, I just mean all of their properties. I can't wait to see D stuff and whatnot. But last year, I think last year when we recorded with NECA, I walked maybe 15, 20 feet at most with Randy. We talked for 30 minutes and we could have talked double that with all of the stuff that they had there. It was crazy.
I want to see new TMNT Universal Monsters. Was there a hint or a leak or something that they're going to do the Turtles again?
So Daniel Horn, who is a most primarily fantasy artist, he is the one who's done all the paintings for the Universal Monsters boxes thus far. He put up some ones on his site or his Facebook page or something, and then took them down. stuff that hasn't really been known about yet. So, you know, so yeah, but yeah, I just kind of like, I rope NECA all in together. I'm gonna be, you'll roll your eyes, but the thing that I'm looking forward to the most at Comic-Con, and it may be my first stop on preview night, is I can't wait to see what the new series of Mega Man is at Jada, what series 3 is, because June keeps,
and I'm gonna have to listen to that for the
he keeps
rest of
teasing.
the
He's
night.
like, it's wild, you're not ready for it, and I'm like, oh man, what's it gonna be? So I'm so excited about that too. And then I think there's going to be some big surprises too, stuff that nobody knows anything about, some things that I may have been hearing little whispers about, that I think some stuff from various companies is going to be unveiled, and it's going to be pretty crazy.
Stupid. I thought we were friends. RoboShed is a daily reminder that his AARP and Medicaid don't cover heat stroke from triple-digit temperatures. You don't think I'm putting all that out there without a mini split or some kind of cooling thing? It's already installed. I'm doing walls and ceiling now, insulation.
Dang.
And here I was going to pick up that Batman for you. Not now.
Not now, not ever. So,
will NECA finally show the Jaws shark?
Yeah, I don't know. I know that's been out there for a long time, which it'd be cool to get that for sure. I'm more frazzled about not getting Chief Brody than the actual shark, but because I don't know where. I guess I'll hang the shark from the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
I'll just
that's the
hang
only
the
way
shark
we've
from the
seen it,
ceiling and have Quint and Hooper riding on the back. Because it's like, the thing's huge. It's like almost 3 feet long.
Really hope the TMNT van is shown new and improved.
I think there's some things that NECA has shown off in some form or another, that there hasn't been a whole lot of talk about recently. I think a lot of that stuff is just going to be like, boom, it's here and it's going to be out like next week type of stuff. So I think maybe people need to start preparing themselves for that.
Dead eyes.
Black eyes like a doll's eyes.
Ask Jada if they're still releasing The Mummy to complete their very underrated 6-inch Ultimate Universal Monsters line.
It's extremely underrated. I would say that if the Mummy is at the booth at the show, then thumbs up. If it's not, then it's not coming out. So
because it's licensing type situation.
Yeah, I think Jada was one of the first ones to kind of get in on the explosion of the Universal Monster licensing, after it had kind of been quiet for a few years. I mean, there's always people that were doing stuff, but they were kind of on the front of the curve of that. And I think it's just really exploded in the last, year and a half since those were first announced. So it may get a little trickier.
Huh. Ask Jada if they're doing a Yummy Mummy.
There'll be plenty of, I think it's going to be more begging than anything.
Yeah.
Please. Because I'm a selfish bastard. It's like, I should be like, oh man, we've got the iconic triumvirate, and I should be happy, and I am, but I'm not.
No, we're never happy. Never completely happy.
Yeah. But I think this I think the Cat's Lair is going to be crazy. I think it's going to be more impressive in terms of feature and playability than Snake Mountain. And I got to be honest with you, I think the $650 price tag, that's not cheap. Don't interpret me saying this as saying, oh, $650 is nothing. It is a lot of money, but I think it's very much in the wheelhouse of being reasonable for the modern times that we live in, and probably the run that these are going to have. And everybody knows smaller runs make for more expensive items. I think, only coming in at $50 more than than Snake Mountain, and it's been several years and a lot of inflation since then. I think this is reasonable, and I think it's going to have a lot more playability to it. Like I said, it's like, my Snake Mountain, it's a back facade, and the back of it, it's a backdrop facade, and the back of it, the inside of it, is essentially inaccessible for me, and I'm okay with that. This is going to have to be something that I can get around 360, because I think it's going to be a lot more, there's going to be a lot more playability to it.
Large turntable imminent.
Yeah, buddy.
Or finally putting a middle in that cubby.
Well, yeah. That's what my initial thought is. I've been thinking recently is that, the long runner that's in here now, that's just on the other side of this. If I turned that the other way, I could fit like 2 more of those in this room. So, yeah.
Are we going to finally have to shoot some of your room for a live stream here in the next few weeks?
Maybe we could pull it off for PowerCon. Not,
yeah.
I'm not.
Because I see you looking around like, oh, I need to do some.
Well, it's just my Legends is kind of in shambles. Star Wars needs to be cleaned up, and Masters of the Universe has gone beyond its space at the moment. I'm just waiting on Eternia to ship before I do anything major with that, Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Kitchen table. I've tried for years to get some display stuff up in his, or some toys up in the rest of his house. It's not happening.
And the comment about inflation going down, yes, it has been, but I'm talking about COVID false inflation, where prices of stuff went up and it never went down because the price of materials has gone down. Companies are just like keeping those new prices. I would say that the Cat's Lair had potential to be much more expensive if that was the case with this one. I think $650 is, I was surprised by that. I'll just say that. That's at least $100 less than I thought it was going to be.
Have to think hard about Cat's Lair. Would splurge the money if it was Boulder Hill, though. Ooh, M.A.S.K. M.A.S.K. Boulder Hill with matching scale vehicles.
Yeah, Boulder Hill. That's M.A.S.K. is a Hasbro property, right?
Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
There's a toy company out there that likes to make giant play sets that is already in a relationship with Hasbro. So, yeah.
Just put up a new DC shelf. A figure fell and took out my Mayfix Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. Snapped off a couple parts. Snapped off as in popped off the joints, or snapped off?
Like broke. Ugh. Snake Mountain was $5.99. It was $50 less than what they're asking for Cat's Lair.
That's what it's called? Boulder Hill? Isn't Boulder Hill M.A.S.K? Did I get that wrong? I'm pretty sure that's... And they had a playset back in the day that I never had.
Boulder Hill sounds like an old neighborhood in like old Los Angeles or something like that. He lives over on Boulder Hill.
Make it Boulder Hill. What about reviving the Inhumanoids toy line? I'm not a big Inhumanoids guy. Or Visionaries. I remember them kinda, but
the Inhumanoids monsters are incredible, though. They're amazing. I would love new takes on those guys for sure. For sure. That would be rad. That would be rad.
Yes, that's M.A.S.K.
M.A.S.K.
Cat's Lair also has electronics. Colorado Boulder Hill. The rumored Ghost Star Wars HasLab also rumored at 650. Yeah, but that's vintage.
Yeah. Does not
Don't
exist
care.
in this dojo. because if it was I mean, it couldn't be. That would be insane. If it was Star Wars Black, though, I mean, it's like down in the middle of this room, I got a turtle blimp. I got a dragonfly that's going to be right here. I would hang a freaking ghost right there, too.
In front of your DC and Marvel stuff, or
Well, no, I guess maybe the ghost would be like in front of the dragonfly on this side, since
yeah,
and Star Wars is next to each other. So, yeah.
Boulder Hill is a reoccurring nightmare of Indiana Jones. Yeah, Boulder Hill. That's what I thought. Boulder Hill sounds like a location in a Stephen King novel.
Yeah, I could hear that, see that, read that.
Any word on the NECA sewer playsets? See, that's another thing from last year that I was like, oh, those are awesome, but then forgot completely about.
I think there's probably going to be a little something about those at Comic-Con. We'll have to see.
Are we supposed to be seeing the Marvel HasLab next week, or is it the Star Wars? I don't keep track of.
Pulse has been doing teasers for the Star Wars one. So I'm
yeah.
that Star Wars is next, and I would think that they don't do them at the same time, but
we can only hope.
Well, I'm more concerned about a Marvel HasLab coming that I want being out during Cat's Lair time.
Cat's Lair.
Cat's Lair would interfere more with Marvel than Star Wars because it is vintage collection. So
yeah.
As cool as the Ghost is, and as much as I love that show, it's just it's the wrong scale for me.
Yeah, now the Cell Barge was tempting just because, and so was the Razor Crest, but wrong scale. And I'm not saying that scale sucks or anything, but it does. No, I'm not saying it sucks. It's just that I collect a certain thing, and I don't need to dip into other scales and find other stuff to buy, because nope.
Yeah. And I will dip into, because I buy, quite a bit of like reaction stuff, and I'll go different scales for some stuff, but for a large ticket item like that, it would need to be my primary scale.
I'm pretty sure Boulder Hill has eyes. No, that's Cat's Lair.
And they light up, and they're awesome. They light up and they're awesome.
Yeah, again, but again, different scale. Although I have talked about for M.A.S.K, I may change, but I'd have to commit. Because to me, and
I was going to say, would you buy a new M.A.S.K line that was 6-inch, but it was only the characters?
See, and we've talked about that, and I think with Larson too, the characters and the masks and the vehicles all kind of go hand in hand. People say that about GI Joe, but for me, it's for the characters.
Yeah, me too.
It's not so much the vehicle, because I was never invested. I never had a lot of that when I was a kid. M.A.S.K, I had the vehicles and the masks and the characters. So maybe I'd get just characters, but ooh, they'd feel kind of naked without some vehicle around them. But it depends on how good they look, and the masks. The name of the show, the mask is also a big component of that. So
yeah. Well, you're building a shed out there, so maybe that can become your new thing. If there's like a 6-inch M.A.S.K line and it's just the figures, then you get to work out there building vehicles like a crazy
shit. I don't know if I can go that far.
Fabricated vehicles for M.A.S.K figures.
Yeah.
People would come from far and wide to gaze upon those things.
There's bound to be a Ghost available from Star Wars HasLab after Ahsoka airs. They're going to start, and if it is Ghost, The campaign runs. It ends. A week later, that ship explodes on the show.
Man, so the ship exploded after that one successfully funded, but then the Rancor didn't successfully fund, and like a week later, Rancor showed up on Book of Boba Fett. So
Yeah.
this is going to be somewhere in between those,
Yeah.
you know?
That one, yeah, but I'm not so much in the camp of, oh no, it exploded, I don't need it anymore, because half the characters I've bought for the Star Wars shelf are dead in the, you know, in the
Yeah.
movies and shows and whatever. So that doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
But if I'm getting a Razor Crest, I need it to be 1/12 scale, and that's not happening. So
Yeah.
they'll repaint the Ghost and add different parts. Yeah, the barge blew up. That was the first thing. Nobody complained.
That thing was long exploded before that even became.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
because I have many a Darth Vader.
Yeah. Which are you jumping in on the Obi-Wan Darth Vader, the damaged one?
Merry and Pippin from Diamond Select. Wait a second. No. Did that go up on Target last week?
Maybe. It was. Yeah.
Did you?
Think no, that's gonna be. I'm gonna find it. And
they look good.
Yeah.
Wait. Was it Vader and Appo?
Yeah.
The Vader, I'm flip-flopping between that and the figure arts, but they're both sold out. So
yeah.
Oh well. And I've got a custom head of that damage. But if I got the figure arts, I would probably put the regular helmet on and see how it compares to all the other Vaders and see if he takes the top spot. Because Vader and Boba Fett, I talked about Obi-Wan not needing all the costumes, but when it comes to Vader and Boba Fett, I can't help myself.
See, so you let me have my Obi-Wans and you do.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have never said your Obi-Wan obsession is silly. I haven't.
But the comment that you have, Merry and Pippin from Diamond Select, please God. Yes. However, I will say, yeah, that's true as well. There is it's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's all.
They say that right from the beginning, guys.
But there is a timing factor that could have been taken into consideration for certain Hasbro things.
Merry and Pippin, yes. I definitely want to see them. I am very nervous about those, though, because of what Diamond pulled with Sam Gamgee. It's like, and then the comments that were made online about, oh, we want to get the iconic versions of these characters for the Fellowship, and that is not sitting well with me because all the ones that I currently have from the Fellowship are definitely from Fellowship of the Ring. Boromir is obviously going to be that way as well. And then Sam comes along and he's very much a Two Towers or maybe even Return of the King Sam. He is not this is what Sam looked like most of the time when the Fellowship was together. Merry and Pippin have the potential to be even more crazy because maybe I can get somebody cool to make Sam a jacket that he can wear and then, get him to fit. But Merry and Pippin, are they going to do them in like their Rohan and Minas Tirith Knights looks? Because if they do, okay, I'm not saying those aren't cool looks. Then they become complete anachronisms on your shelf with the rest of the Fellowship. And it's like, I don't know, it might just be me, but it's like, it doesn't seem too difficult to say if you're going to make a line of figures of the Fellowship, make the Fellowship cohesive. I don't want Knight of Rohan Merry standing next to my Frodo the way that he looks like when he left Bag End to start the whole damn journey. So I'm nervous about that.
Yeah.
So
man, we got two gear grind and Veeb segments.
Yeah.
But it's also, a lot of.
I want the Fellowship to be the Fellowship. Man.
Robo, can you please demonstrate the hand signals for taking the top spot again? I don't even remember what I did. Do you think I think about this kind of thing? No, my hands do stuff. I'm a dog chasing cars.
Oh, see, I ever caught him. Okay. The Superman thing wasn't so much like internally grind my gears, but I will say
because you're working on that shelf, huh?
Yeah. If Merry and Pippin don't fit in with the Fellowship, that will grind my gears. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Because it doesn't. Yes, there's something to be said about making cool versions of each character. To me, the shelf permanence is more important, and they should go together.
And see, I don't know. SDCC floor could be very packed with the panel cancellations, but people going to those panels, are they still going to be, wanting to go? I mean,
shoot, I didn't know.
And I forgot Sideshow pulled out.
I'm not going to get to go to the Hot Toys Museum this year.
The museum's not going to be there. That is a big
the whole reason why I only own 2 Hot Toys is because I get to go look at them once a year and appreciate them, and then be done.
Go through there and go, I can't afford that or 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 that.
Yeah, it's like I don't. There are some Hot Toys that I kind of wish I had, but it's like that's not my scale. So. It's like, but you go to San Diego and it's like, that's amazing. That looks amazing. That looks amazing. And your, sensible side comes out and says, I can appreciate this. I don't have to own this because 12-inch, because, I collect, for some characters too, like Merman and Slide and Ray Fillet and whatnot. It's like, so I've got figures of a few different scales within those. 12-inch figures on those shelves, though, still stick out like a sore thumb because they are so much bigger. So it's like, even then I can't get that to click with me because I didn't even buy the Mondo Merman, and I get everything Merman, and it was more because that's going to look weird on the shelf. So I passed.
Yeah. But now that you list those 3 out from 3 different properties, I'm seeing you have a very kind of amphibious reptilian thing going
There's something
on,
like a water theme or something going on with it. I've got a type. Yeah.
you have a cartoon type.
Cartoon type. Yeah.
Veeb should be happy. He's getting chuckles. He should be. You're happy.
Oh, I'm definitely happy. Like I said, I want to be happy for a Fellowship too.
I have not seen Flash yet. I haven't seen anything at the theater in a little bit.
I have not seen Flash. Nope.
Did Veebs get April 2.0?
Yes.
Is that the one I saw? Oh, yeah. I texted you that when I saw one and I didn't get it.
I'm blaming you. You asked. I turned around and it's like, she wasn't like that when this started. She fell over.
Oh, you blaming me because we were digging through your shelves earlier?
No. It's because I was going to point her out and it's like, son of a bitch, she wasn't like that a minute ago. She fell flat on her face.
I did have you pulling out certain figures, looking at something.
Yeah, but well, I'll stand her back up when we're done here.
Sounded like some grindage going on.
But
Verbs gets nervous. I break out in hives.
Like I said, Merry and Pippin will be the determining factors on whether or not I continue to collect the Diamond Lord of the Rings line, because I've got a whole flippin' insane toybiz collection that still looks amazing. I get the diamond ones because I'm such a fan of the property, but I don't have to get it,
Yeah.
Even though some talented so-and-so made Gandalf perfect.
That wasn't me. I ordered some shit on eBay. Just put it in. While a Black Series Razor Crest HasLab. Oh, and wait, Ken. Before I say that, I think the Select Aragorn is better than most of the toybiz stuff.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
While a Black Series Razor Crest HasLab would have been impractical and impractical, a Black Series N1 is reasonable.
Agreed.
I think when it comes down, that's a lot of horizontal space, but I've seen people prove that it can be done. It's also modular. And I've seen, I have a couple of people keep threatening, hey, I'm working on an N1. I'm like, I can where am I gonna put that? No.
I'm threatening to get you something cool.
Let's see.
Yeah, I would be in for that. Well, okay. Has the Marvel team, have they hinted at what the HasLab will be, or is it just there's going to be one and there's no?
I've just seen a lot of speculation for Giant Man. That's
I've got to admit, we've gotten 2 figure HasLabs for Marvel already, but Giant Man would be my number one want, unless they did a fantastic car, which they're not going to do. So I think that would be the one that would get me. Oh, wait. They've said it's Avengers based. Okay, so maybe it could be.
Or it could be the Quinjet.
Yeah.
I don't just see a lot. I don't know. Avengers Anniversary was a clue. They've said it's Avengers based. Marvel is salty, but since I talked about this the other night, it's just, well, that didn't go. What's next?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a learning experience.
That's the way you have to be. I mean, you can't just be like, oh, it didn't work. So yeah,
we're never doing a HasLab again.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's that at all. It's at the very least, it gives you a good, you learn more from failure, right? And I'm not saying that it was a complete failure. It didn't fund, but I'm sure a lot of things were learned in the course of that campaign that will be applied to future campaigns to make them tighter or whatever it needs to be for that. So yeah,
Giant Man for sure.
I'm going to write that down.
What if the Hasbro Marvel Legends is a Clit, Barton Goliath?
Yeah.
That's the one showing skin, right? That's the one kind of tank toppy.
Yeah. No, I'd want to Pym.
See, I don't ever see a Millennium Falcon happening because I mean, didn't Hot Toys set up a 1/6 scale Millennium Falcon at some point on some show floor, and it was like
it was silly. Yeah,
it's the whole garage. It's just like, don't get me wrong. Well, I don't know. Would I? I don't know.
I could see you doing it.
Yeah.
But you know what though? This is weird. I would be happy with a 1/12 scale Falcon cockpit that you could like hang on the wall.
That one year in the display. It was kind of cool to just have.
I would be totally cool with that because yes, the ship profile itself is fantastic, but it doesn't like reach beyond the impracticality of it at this scale. And if you're talking about actual playability or whatnot, I mean, it's like the iconic stuff happens right there.
Yeah.
So
I don't think they showed it at SDCC. They showed the N1 last year or at some point for Mandalorian. I think it was an overseas show that they did.
Yeah. It was an overseas show. Yep.
The Black Series First Order tie was a beast, and that's just a tie. Yeah.
I
had to put that away in another room.
I have that, and I love it, and it's a beast so much. It's a beast both ways, so it's even hard to hang up from the ceiling because it's like it's got to hang down really low, and it's like you put it in a corner and it still sticks out like 6 feet or something. Like it's that one. It's cool. It's rad. I just don't know what to do with it.
And I think at some point Bandai showed was it 1/12 scale Vader's tie in the middle of one of their displays when they were showing off model kits back when the figures were actually being made.
that would be because of the that would be a fun one to have. Yeah, and it's not like and that's this is neurotic of me, I'm sure to say, but when you're talking about closed up vehicles, it's like, all right, that's cool. But if I only have like one of these figures or whatever, then you put them inside and you never get to see or enjoy the figure. It's like Vader, you got a million Vaders, so you can still put one in there and you got plenty of. With like the Hiss tank, it's like the guy is supposed to be in there. He doesn't serve any other purpose except for, really being outside of it. It's like some of these, it's like, well, I love my Mando. I can't just put him in there and I can't see him anymore.
I don't know. Do you not have a few Mandos?
Well, at this point, yeah, that was a bad example.
That's damn. They keep releasing. I think did I skip? Was it Figure Arts that showed a new one for season 3, and it's just kind of repainted, and it's a new sculpt, and it does look better, but it's just another Mando in his Beskar gear with another Grogu.
Yeah.
A Falcon cockpit and an AT-AT head in 1/12 scale.
Yeah,
it would be cool to have an AT-AT head sticking out of the. But I've got an ATST scaled, and if the AT-AT head is bigger or even around the same size, it's still.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, think about your snow speeder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think the most viable vehicle after what we've already gotten would be an A-wing.
I think, and this says a little bit about me because of like my favorite era of Obi-Wan, but Obi-Wan and Anakin starfighters would be very
doable. Some Jedi starfighters.
And I like I love the prequel trilogy. Okay, so I'm not apologizing for anything here, but one thing that's hard to knock, no matter what your preferred Star Wars is, that all the vehicles in the prequels look freaking badass, and those little starfighters look badass.
And they could repaint the hell out of those.
Yeah, that's true.
Have the different Jedis. And even Vader.
That's the thing. I mean, you could do Anakin and Obi-Wan's, and they'd just be slight modifications of each other, I think, right?
I don't know if it's canon, but I think it was Celebration. Which Celebration was it, 17 or 19? They had, or maybe it was a different convention altogether, but they had one with Vader sitting in it, and it was painted in the black and white with the Empire.
Oh, that's cool.
Like he would use it right after becoming Vader.
Yeah, that's cool.
A request for Robo to sing "I'm Mean" from Popeye. I need to go back and remember that one. Is that one Bluto walking around?
Yes.
Yeah? I need to go back and watch the whole movie. I usually go back and watch the Popeye singing. I am what I am. I am.
It's getting to be that time of year.
But then, of course, he's large. I got to have some olive oil every now and then. Refresh that.
What would everyone want from Rogue One? I'll be perfectly honest with you. I want every damn speaking character / alien from Rogue One. I want Admiral Raddus. I don't know if you were saying specifically about vehicles, but man, I need an Admiral Raddus in my life, and more of I need more of just the Jedi contingency, There are a lot of really cool aliens in it, and we haven't really gotten many of them.
And there's Raddit's parts.
Yeah, but Saw Gerrera's crew, I mean, there's some cool looking dudes in that crew. I need me some more Rogue One, and because I love Rogue One and I love Andor, and I want to probably just rewatch both of those here soon.
I mean, look at this. This is Hot Toys. Bam. Oh, there's a TIE fighter back there too.
Yeah.
Dude.
Jesus.
But here it is with people. I mean, That's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy because, you know, they probably spent at minimum, I would say like $100,000 like just making that just for a show,
display.
for a display.
Black Series Sarlacc Pit and Skiff playset. There for a little bit I was playing with the idea of getting the Hot Toys Boba Fett and then having that display piece where the Sarlacc tongues coming up and use that for Black Series and then have Hot Toys Boba Fett, but he got way too expensive, way too fast. I saw someone made that Black Series tie into a desk. Oh yeah, you take a piece of glass, put it on top, you got a side table. You got although mine, the wings weren't the panels weren't super warped when I first got it, but now over the years they've kind of, it's not terrible, but I can see it warping a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it? Oh no. No, it's AT-AT. How do you pronounce the AT-ST? Yeah, I get it. But everyone at the panels, everyone back in the commercials, everyone at Lucasfilm says AT-AT.
Yeah. Look, it's 9 num, and there's the AT-AT.
Yeah. And the AT-ST. AT-ST. Yeah. Everyone I've seen my age or back then said AT-AT. Still too small.
I think it comes to with those things is that when you can pronounce an acronym, because nobody says NECA, right? Even though technically that's what it is. Everybody says NECA because you can.
I saw somebody get pissed off about it somewhere on forums or something, that it's not pronounced NECA, that it's NECA, that you don't say it like that. But then
it's technically an acronym, but every single person that I know that actually works at NECA says NECA.
I know.
So I don't know, that to me, I don't get into like the linguistic drama of, you know, what's proper and preferred and whatnot. But if I can say an acronym, usually I say it. And you can say at. You can't say at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or does something like that Falcon go after the convention? It's got to go into just a warehouse space because there's a lot of those for shows. Who's got? Oh, General Giant has the big life-size Jabba that they tote around every now and then to the shows.
Yeah.
And there was Mattel brought back the He-Man, didn't they? Or She-Ra, where you walk through to get into the booth. Where they keep that when not at San Diego?
I think someone told me that the materials used for that, like, are you talking about the He-Man from like the classics days?
Yeah, where it was just a big.
I think that rotted.
No kidding.
Yeah, I don't think it was made with the right materials.
So was She-Ra? Did they bring back? They brought back something the last couple of years. And
maybe
put in the booth.
He-Man. I don't remember. I just know the classics era He-Man that was always up at the booth. I think that rotted out.
Somebody had a huge Hulk, and it wasn't the Marvel booth. It was somebody.
Oh.
Well, hell, NECA selling those life-size foam Deadpools and Harleys and
or like comic shops. Yeah, if their turtle would have been Donatello, I would own one, but it's Leonardo, so I do not. Oh. Yeah. So well, you know, this whole discussion started because Sideshow is pulling out of Comic-Con. So I am gonna have a moment of silence for not going through the Hot Toys Museum and what took its place, because it's got to be something.
Yeah, that's a lot of square footage that's gonna be empty. But it was like the year that DC wasn't there. All that was McFarlane, if I remember, and they still stuck the toys across the way in Diamond booth.
Yeah.
The commercials say NECA. Do they have commercials?
their stop motion ones that the little commercials that they do with the stop motion things that they put on like Instagram and stuff like that for some of the new stuff that they announce, like Turtles and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
By NECA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mafex or Mafex or Mafex? 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 Mafexio? It's all right. See, and it's a time thing. Odd.
Yes. And that is a reliable source to go from as well.
What is and what's an 8888? You know what I mean? 8080? Oh no, 8080, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mafex. Is that what you're saying?
I say Metacom.
Hasbro, not Hasbro.
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 Hassenpfeffer Bros.
The ones by DGDX.
Yeah.
Hey, it took me a minute, okay? Give me a break. There's a button. I get it.
That's true. You've done entire lead-ins with those commercials.
I know. Damn it. Moo Fox. FX.
Well, see, the thing that gets me about that is that that there's a lot of sounds that aren't inherent to like linguistically to like the Japanese language. So you always try to default to do the pronunciation as it was intended to be, pronounced by the originator. And it's like, I can't phonetically even put that in my head unless it was like very broken, like when they adapt English words, and then you add the Japanese pronunciation and vowel sounds to it. So it would be really much longer and not either one of those if that was the case. So that one always gets me.
Well, it stands for Miracle Action Figure EX.
Yes.
So it would be Mafex, but I don't like being told what to do. So you're getting all the pronunciations. And well played, Timothy. Dig dicks, please. DGDX.
You
I spelled it out instead of saying it. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. So no, though we've been to a lot of Comic Cons and I've forgotten more stuff at Comic Cons than I care to remember, but it really is the friends you make along the way. So I'm always excited. I'm always excited to see people that I only get to see once or twice a year at Comic Con for sure, because it's just different talking to people. Even like when you like interview or record streams or you type online, it's just different actually talking to somebody in person, and you don't get to see people very often.
That's why I'm not I'm not good at interviewing and stuff. It's just kind of like on here you have the whole back and forth, but in person I get into the, hey, what's happening?
Well, and it's different holding a conversation when it's not intended to be heard by anyone else. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's all different. You give pauses, or you just change. It's like sometimes people say, oh, this guy is always on, or when does this guy turn his off switch on or whatnot? And it's like, from a personality and presentation standpoint, yes, there can be that, but a lot of it is like required by the medium. Sometimes you just have to be a little bit different when something's intended to be heard by someone else other than like the people who are just having the conversation. So even that is a lot different when you're in person at the show.
Geek Effect, what's happening?
We are geeking about the big geek festival in just a few days that I'm not ready for yet.
I have to make it to SDCC. I always forget. My brain cuts off the last C.
Does it really?
Yeah, I always want to say SDC, and then it would be my first. Yeah, you need to make it out.
It's
Are you hanging out with? Oh.
I always say about San Diego is that if you have the means and you can get in, it's something that I would recommend to everyone experiencing at least once, whether you love it or you hate it, because I still, even though I've been to a lot of conventions now that I've gotten very big, I still hold that San Diego is something unique unto itself. And there's not the other convention. It's different than everything else.
Yeah.
So.
Other conventions are fun, and PowerCon kind of gives that feeling.
Go to different size conventions and different types of conventions for different reasons. You know, San Diego is something that I have, at least personally, never been to anything that's come close to replicating what that experience is like, for better or for worse.
Yeah,
it's just unique, for
better and worse.
Yeah. Later, Phil. I'm hoping sometime we can meet up at a San Diego if we all end up there at the same time, or a celebration or whatnot. I definitely want to get a chance to chat in person sometime. So thanks for tuning in today, as always.
Do you think gigawatt or gigawatt?
Well, it depends. Are we talking about Doc here?
Do you think any company will have some big surprises? I'm sure there's going to be some surprises. I mean,
I would say, I would say, keep your eyes on some of the big boys. Yeah,
it may as well be SDC, as it's not about comics anymore.
Well, this year, but again, a little bit more like it.
See, that's what this year. That's what it's going to be weird without all that kind of stuff, but at the same time, it almost feels like a return to roots with it just being toys and comics and artists and vendors and I've
got to say that I still think that if you go to San Diego Comic-Con with the sole purpose of enjoying and experiencing things about comics only, that you have the ability to do that. Because I will say that I go to Comic-Con for very little else other than toys. So all of the movie stuff and whatnot that happens there or whatever, it happens, but it's fine, because it doesn't really impact me in a huge way, because that's not why I go there. It's like, yeah, I know I wish there was more space for comics or whatever. They're getting, space is going to other stuff, but that kind of has to do with the, size of the medium at this point too. It's just, I think that what you're saying is not untrue, but there's still a lot of room for a lot of stuff that happens at San Diego, and you can mix and go from one to the next if you like. And if you only go for one thing, then you can enjoy the entire show that way too. So, and I still think you can do that for comic stuff. I really do.
My first SDCC was epic, 2012. Second one was awful, 2014. Haven't been since. Was 2014 the year of super security?
Oh man, if it
was
is
that 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there?
That sucked. That like different security team or whatever that they had there, those guys were awful. They were awful. So if that was the year and if that was why it sucked, then I agree with you. It did suck.
Remember years prior to that, it'd just be like we'd get out of the panels and go out on balconies or out these doors and all that. But then one year it was locked down. And we're going to shuffle you up the stairs, out and around, all the way around, come back down to the floor. And there's people just going in. It's like, why did we have to?
Well, and that's the thing. That year stands out because it was worse than any other year. But so it hasn't been that bad since then. But there are things that came from that are still in place. And some of it I understand, some of it, like, I guess I kind of get the not wanting people to go out on balconies and stuff like that, because that could be, you know, that could be a dangerous type of thing. The whole way that they kind of half-ass do the shuffling of people some way, but some people not, it's that I don't get. I don't get that at all. Yeah.
Oh, Josh, got to run. We'll catch the rest on replay. Was curious if you all will be selling anything at PowerCon besides the exclusive, and if the exclusive is going to make it to PowerCon on time.
No. Oh, well, the exclusive will make it there on time. I don't know if we'll actually be selling the exclusive at our booth. We will have a few things to sell at our PowerCon booth, both Whoosh related and I think like us personally related. I know I'm bringing up some stuff that I want it to go to a better home than a bin that it's currently sitting in at my house. So I'll have some stuff for sale there too. And we'll have a few items for sale, but the exclusive will be there. Everything else, because of us having to adjust timelines and stuff like that, probably not a whole lot, but yeah.
Have you two made an Ollie's run lately? Massive drop of Marvel Legends, Marvel Retro, and Star Wars Archive. Custom fodder galore. I haven't. I just got Ollie's in the past couple of months.
Yeah.
And I've only been over there a couple of times, but
it took me being on this to
find Ollie's.
There were Ollie's now in my general area.
Really? I haven't been back, but I need to, because I'm hearing what was hitting Controller Wave, which I haven't got Blue Marvel yet, which is the last figure I need to get.
Controller is an awesome figure, so definitely try to find him, because I love Controller.
And I wouldn't have most of Controller if it wasn't for you, because you got the comic ones and I got a couple of figures from that wave.
Wow. Yeah. I love that Controller figure. It's funny because that didn't get a whole lot of fanfare or anything, but that was one of my favorite Marvel Legends of last year. I think he's perfect, and I get it, he's not as popular of a character, but they did a great job with that figure. I love him. Plus, he's blue.
Woo. Yeah, I want to experience different shows for sure. I went to Awesome Con last month to help a friend at his art booth. That's always fun too, to help out and actually work the shows and stuff. I think you said on the live stream you're Virginia, and what is Lexington? There's something in Lexington that's a big con.
And you know, that's what we were talking about, because we go to cons of various sizes and whatnot, but PowerCon is something that is even completely different for us, because we typically don't go and set up our own spots at shows, just because we are used to going to shows to see stuff, but we're kind of on the other side of that at PowerCon, and it is a completely different experience. But I love the PowerCon experience as well, for us actually being set up there and getting to talk to people more.
And actually, yeah, there's going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot more companies this year and stuff. But at the same, yeah. Why don't you talk about Dragon Ball? Oh, because I don't know Dragon Ball past the main cast for the first season or two. I've never actually watched it. So at this point, I don't know what's reissue. I don't know what's new. I don't know what's old. I don't know what this character is. And I'm going to say something wrong when it comes to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan something, blue, gold, blue, red, whatever.
And I was going to say, didn't some of the, wasn't Dragon Ball one of the ones that you got raked over the coals the hardest on when you were talking about it? Is like
when it comes to it's Dragon Ball and Warhammer 40K that really, because I don't know anything about it, it's more likely to come back around to me being a dumbass about it. So plus I'm trying to, I like to enjoy doing this kind of stuff, so I usually just talk about stuff I'm interested in or have fun with.
Well, but that speaks to the larger point there, right? Because you enjoyed parts of Dragon Ball because of your action figure collecting and whatnot. And that's fine. That's fine. When you get run up about stuff like that, it's like everybody has their own level of love and appreciation for something, and it's all valid. So calm down.
The I think it's just the first arc that I really ever watched. So I have the model kits. I don't even do the figure arts. So again, I don't know. And they stopped making the model kits. Well, I say that they're still at Target.
Well, it's
I'm
like me.
tempted.
It's like me with Transformers, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I don't really know anything about Transformers because I wasn't into them when I was a kid. But there are some really cool Transformers. And part of the thing with my collection spaces is that I like to have some representation from stuff that I'm not necessarily super into, but they are like major impactful on, you know, the hobby or the community or pop culture at large. So I have some of the, you know, key Transformer characters and figures and whatnot, because that's what I want them to represent. And if I misspeak about something, it's just because I'm not as immersed in it as, you know, other people are, but I don't feel bad about that. It just comes from, you know, I'm into a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah. MegaCon, I've heard, is big. Yeah. That's another big one.
Yeah.
How do you think the lack of studios and actors is going to affect the attendance? I'm like, we keep talking. I'm hoping it's going to be a little like elbow room like last year.
Yeah. But I don't know. That may be cause to make the convention floor busier.
That's essentially my tagline at this point, but people don't care. And it's fine. Was it 2014 where it was Wild West? And then 15 locked down real hard?
I don't remember. I just remember that one year sucked.
14 was also a massive heat wave in San Diego. Made it more miserable. God, I'm trying to remember. Was I at 14?
I think you were away for one, and then when you came back is when it was terrible.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Now I feel like getting hurted. Yeah, because press. I remember way back in the press got in 30 minutes early in order to get around and get things. Now it's almost last in because, well, we haven't had to go through the herd the last time.
Well, I mean, that's what you kind of learn. It's like show up 10, 15 minutes later and you just walk right in and you probably beat some of the people that got pushed up and around to come back down to the convention floor. So
we learned that you don't have to be there early.
Yeah. And I'm not the type either. It's like maybe 15 years ago, I would have been like, I got to be in there first to get the pictures and this and that. But I sure as hell am not like that anymore. And it's almost funny to me now.
Damn, 6 Ollies yesterday. I'm lucky to have one. Same with Target. I did not get the MA.F.X Scarlet Spider. I'm not a big Ben Reilly guy. I like the look of the costume and stuff, but
Yeah.
Lexington is Heroes Con or something like that.
Why do I think like was Joe Fest in like Atlanta or something like that this year or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Does that moves around though, doesn't it? Or does it not? I don't know.
When and where is PowerCon? First week of August? Second week? First.
It is the second week of August in Columbus, Ohio. The dates specifically for the 2023 PowerCon are the 11th, 12th, and 13th of August in Columbus, Ohio.
Really?
It is a good time. And I'll tell you, I had more success finding things that I had been looking for toy-wise that I've been looking for quite a while at PowerCon than I have had at a lot of shows recently. So if you're looking out for some toy stuff, especially stuff that's not brand. I mean, there's brand new stuff there, but there's older stuff there too. There's lots of really cool vendors there that have stuff. So.
Oh, Oh, hey now, guys. Just got here. Also, that red Baroness looks like Diana from V. Yeah, that's what she will be in my collection. Also, let's go Cat's Lair.
Yeah. Yeah, that Baroness is pretty striking in that red. I'm not sure if I need it, but it is cool looking.
I hope the strike doesn't kill SDCC like E3 got killed. SDCC has a way of, yeah, they're not gonna.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not hitting comics, right? It's not toys. It's not video games for the most part, right? I mean, all of those things often have celebrities, actors, and whatnot that come and supplement or do booth appearance types of things, and they may not be doing that stuff this year, but I don't think it's gonna get most of it.
Take your time getting to the convention center, eat breakfast, walk right in on. Yeah, because Heroes Con is in Charlotte. Which one am I thinking? Maybe it's Charlotte I'm thinking of instead of Lexington. Charlotte, North Carolina? Lexington, Kentucky? It's Lexington Comic Convention every March in Kentucky. Gotcha. Joe Fest is always in Georgia.
Okay. I thought it was in Georgia this last year. I just didn't know if it moved around. So why Georgia? Is it just because that's where it started? Like somebody started it there?
I don't know.
Because I guess what I mean is that there's not anything specific about the Joe mythos that would like be in Georgia other than that where it started. That's where it is, right?
Yeah. E3 was a trade show that morphed into public access towards the end, so wholly different from San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah. That'd kind of be like if Toy Fair turned into a public event.
Would you consider attending the cons in the Pacific Northwest SummerCon or ECCC?
I would love to.
I've always seen Emerald. Is that Emerald City?
Yeah.
But yeah, for some reason I've never been to shows up to that area. I've been shows in every other corner and down the middle. But
what you do is you go to that in Seattle, and then you take a week and you go into like British Columbia and get to like go back to Toys R Us and stuff like that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And when Toys R Us went out, I wasn't that, but I don't know if I'm getting old and nostalgic, but I see a Toys R Us logo and it's kind of like, because they finally put something in the old Toys R Us building where mine was. And all this time, up until last fall, the Toys R Us loading dock still had that sign in the back.
Yeah.
And I always thought, man, that would be kind of neat to have just to throw somewhere, put on the outside of my shop or something. And it disappeared, gone when that new building went in, or that new company went in.
Well, I will say that a lot of my brick and mortar toy shopping and hunting, that went way, 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 way down long before Toys R Us went out of business.
Yeah, that's true.
But what an entire brick and mortar space that was dedicated to toys still did was allow for things to happen that just can't really happen anymore, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I miss about it more than anything, because I enjoyed going to Toys R Us. It was more of the experience of going there rather than ever finding a whole lot of stuff there. It wasn't necessarily the ones that were near me wasn't necessarily a whole lot better than, you know, any other store that I go to in terms of finds, but there was just more there and it allowed more things to happen because it did exist. So that's what I miss about it.
Fanboy Expo in Knoxville is a good one too. It's very vintage toy.
Oh yeah,
and lots of guests.
Vintage toy one like that would be fun to take a trip over to sometime.
And now it's been some years I've been there. 17, 18, somewhere in there, 19 maybe.
But you know, it's funny. It's like, oh, Knoxville, it's, you know, Tennessee's right there, but it's on the other side of Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we should, you know, make our way to other parts of the map.
Yeah, I've celebration in Florida. Then there's always New York Comic Con, San Diego, Denver's in the middle, Kansas City's right in the middle. There's Dallas. I've never been Emerald City way.
I love going up there. So, I mean, actually, that area before we decided to move back to this area to be, you know, have our girls closer to family. I mean, we were right there with moving up to that area. So,
Toylanta is in Atlanta.
no way.
I feel like that show can't go anywhere else.
Toyadelphia is held in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I don't know. We're San Diego, so like years past, we will do some recorded booth walkthroughs and interviews with like NECA, and we've got Jada lined up. We've got some of the Hasbro teams lined up, Super 7, you know. So we'll have some recorded stuff. We'll still, of course, post pictures to the main site where Robo is right now. And then the internet gods permitting that we're actually in a hotel that has decent internet service, we're going to try to do a couple of live streams in the evening. Now, this is evening Pacific time, so it's going to be a little bit later for most people, but we're going to try to do some live streams and then, you know, obviously have those up to be able to view later on. But only if the internet holds off.
we have terrible luck with internet.
But the hotel that we're staying at this year, we've stayed at before, and I want to say, if I remember correctly, that it is one of the good internet hotels, which sounds ridiculous to say in the year 2023, but for some reason you get out there and it's like, I don't know. But also we should say this before we get out of here, because this is the FwooshCast. We will actually have, hopefully, potential upcoming product that you will be able to take a look at in the Diamond booth this year. We will have prototype resin prints, hand-painted resin prints of our Ninja Scroll, or some of our Ninja Scroll stuff that will be up in the Diamond booth. So look for that there too if you are going to the show. We will obviously share pictures of that stuff as well. But yeah, hopefully that will get a good reception, and we'll know how we are going to be proceeding with this stuff soon. So fingers crossed. But see it live and in person for the first time.
See it live.
See it live.
No meetups. We'll just be hanging out, running around.
Yep. We were at the usual places on the floor, and I still have some, so maybe there might be some free stickers to be had and whatnot if you can track us down. So
Are those swappable sleeves?
Swappable sleeves?
Articulated?
We are bound to hold off on those details to talk about until after or during the show. So that will all be answered very soon. But we're trying to be very overt with some of the teasing. So make of that what you will. This is the first time we're dealing with a license. So we have to be very measured about how and when we talk about things. So, yeah.
So, yeah, that'd be cool.
Make a Kagero figure. Oh, Raven's Oath, you need to go check back on the Fwoosh Instagram, because if you scroll back a few days on that, you might find something you like seeing there. So
you might like it.
You might like it. Yeah. So
or
I think we're getting close to time here, but I would like to say that we have made it through an entire live stream without bringing up one iota of consumable matter during this live stream. Ah, there she is. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. One thing that we can share with you is that if you like, you know, if you know 2D sculpts, double dealer of Boss Fight Studio and does a lot of work for Hasbro. He's the one who's he's the primary sculptor for what we have shown off thus far for Ninja Spring.
Toylumbus.
All right, Fuzzy. It's time for you to start your own show, because if you start a show called Toylumbus, I will come every year. I will be there every year.
Yeah, we did mention Chuckles Candy.
I guess that's true. There were no cereal deep dives or salty snacks.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. You, my friend, are full of shit.
I like blueberry Pop-Tarts.
I didn't say anything about not liking it, but they aren't the best. Come on. Nobody thinks blueberry is the best.
Okay. I only like the fruit flavored Pop-Tarts. I don't like any of the other ones.
Cinnamon?
Nope.
Brown sugar and cinnamon?
Nope. Even though I love cinnamon and sugar, nope. I only.
So you don't like the best Pop-Tart?
I do.
For the Mrs. Fields Cookie Fund.
Yeah, because those things aren't getting any cheaper.
Because it's brown sugar, cinnamon, and cherry. And this is proven because when you get the big multi-packs, those are always in it in the bulk boxes. Cherry,
blueberry, and strawberry are the best ones.
Haha, more like blowberry.
You shut your mouth. But I will say I actually really like blueberries and blueberry stuff, so that might be part of. I get that not everybody does, but I really do like blueberries.
I do like blueberries. We didn't eat a lot of blueberry. It was cherry, and then there was apple. I don't know if apple's still a thing.
And blueberry is my favorite of the monsters. So
I don't eat marshmallow cereal.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean of the characters.
Oh yeah.
Well,
and that's what I'm going to say. When they were going crazy with all the new ones, s'mores was pretty good, and chocolate chip cookie dough.
Okay. I love s'mores, but I've never had a s'mores Pop-Tart, so it's unfair of me to speak on that. So I'll have to try that sometime.
Wait a second. Cherry Pop-Tarts, raw, brown sugar, cinnamon, toasted. Raw?
Yeah, I actually prefer the fruit flavored Pop-Tarts untoasted as well.
Untoasted? What about frosting? Because don't they make them without the frosting on top too?
Oh, it's got to have the frosting.
Yeah, the hell with that. Yeah. That's not a Pop-Tart if it doesn't have frosting. That's just s'mores. Yeah, there you go, Laser Pants. S'more Pop-Tarts, maybe not number one, because I think did I see waffles and syrup or something the other day? They were yellow. It was like pancakes and butter or something. I was like,
did you like the Mountain Dew and Dorito Pop-Tarts when those were out?
I never tried those.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was about to say I'm down in the heart of Mountain Dew country.
it's Mountain Dew filling with Dorito.
Oh yeah, wasn't that the mystery Dorito flavor too?
That's the gamer fuel Pop-Tarts.
S'mores were pretty good, and my youngest liked was it chocolate fudge? Was something too much sugar these days. I haven't had a lot of. Oh, they made a maple bacon.
You know what? I will say this though, Pop-Tarts, like any cereal that I eat dry because I find milk reprehensible, I don't eat any of that stuff in the morning because I don't like to eat anything sweet in the morning. I don't eat sweet breakfasts. So
not anymore. Donuts or anything. I can't take it.
It gives me a headache. Like an afternoon snack or something like that for me.
Okay, the waffle ones are not good. I trust you. I didn't like strawberry. You know, strawberry is a weird one because I don't know if they did it to differentiate from the cherry ones, but they had like the the green and blue and
cherry or red sprinkles, strawberry
yeah,
or rainbow sprinkles.
yeah, rainbow sprinkles. And I thought that's not strawberry. Strawberry.
They're just more of a party.
Yeah, milk is disgusting unless it's turned into ice cream.
Yep, I'll eat ice cream every once in a while, but or even shakes, which is like walking the line between ice cream and milk. But just like milk, nope, not. And when I was a kid, I never drank milk, but when I was a kid, I used to eat cereal with milk. But I can't even do that anymore.
I never even did that. I would drink milk separate, chocolate variety, but I never put it in my cereal, which we've talked about before.
When I was a kid in elementary school, going through the lunch line, there was only milk or chocolate milk that you could pick from. My mom told the school that I couldn't have milk, so they would have a carton of orange juice specifically for me with all the orange juice for the other kids that couldn't actually drink milk because I hated it so much.
Ugh. Anything with artificial bacon flavor is gross. I haven't tried, because I know they were adding bacon to all kinds of things there for a minute, and I never tried it.
I agree with that. I think I agree with that, and I think part of it is that the taste of real bacon is so delicious that you just that's like a unicorn. You can't replicate that.
Yeah, no. If I want something bacon flavored, I will slap real bacon on it, or in it, or blend it in it.
But I don't like sweet and meat together. So like candied bacon, or
you don't like sweet meat?
No.
I tried candied bacon at the fair one time and it was pretty good. But...
Which I don't look at anyone strange for liking that because it's popular and I can see why it appeals. It just doesn't appeal to me.
Cereal is a dessert. The last few times I've eaten cereal, it was after dinner. It was before bed or something. And it was either Frosted Flakes or Fruit Loops.
I try not to eat too late at night, but if you're going to catch me eating a like bowl of dry Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it's after the kids have gone to bed and I'm like just zoning out and popping Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Listen to all the repressed food talk.
Comes out passionately.
We held it in for 2 hours. We had to talk about dumb old toys, but because usually when we're talking about food, we get comments of, isn't this supposed to be a toy channel? Well, and the viewers have fallen off 50.
Like... I think that part of it is that I had a late lunch today because I had to go. We bought my middle daughter a new bike and I had to go 40 minutes to go and pick it up. So we had lunch afterwards, which wasn't long before we started this. So food was on the brain today.
I woke up a little late, so I had my usual morning stuff a little later, but it's almost dinner time now. Whoa. Never got into toaster strudel, mainly because The Rock would always throw it in his jokes. Oh, strudel, yeah. But
The Rock, Robo would throw it into his jokes.
Yeah, because
Whoosh.
Yeah, that's some vintage way back kind of stuff. Because I was a toaster strudel guy.
Yeah,
I like Pop-Tarts, or liked Pop-Tarts, but strudels, once those came along. I mean, what? You can put your own amount of frosting on it, the icing, and you could write
your name,
affirming messages to yourself,
or swear words.
Yeah,
swear words.
You could put anything you want on it. It was hot. It was tasty. It was delicious.
Flaky crust.
Hit it with the bacon bits. Now I am a sucker for bacon bits. I gotta say.
All right, so
the saltiness.
Yeah.
And the crunch.
The salty crunch of bacon bits.
I've never opened the cupboard before and all there was bacon bits and soy sauce. And nope, that wasn't me. That's never been in that position before. They are quite delightful.
Yep. But again, not first thing in the morning. Can't do it.
Nope. Yeah. I wake up. I've got my routine now, which is going to go to hell over the next week, I'm sure.
Yeah.
These are the delightful detours in conversation that add another hour to the farewell.
The old Midwest goodbye gets compounded with with repressed food talk here at the
Yeah,
so.
because you got to throw some Southern goodbye in there too.
But
Honey Nut Cheerios, I do enjoy Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah. See, when my oldest daughter was really young, we had Honey Nut Cheerios around a lot because she liked them, and it's a little toddler finger food. So I used to have that a lot more than I do now because the other two weren't really into it. So no.
Man, now this is I used to go without the frosting just so I could double up later on.
Wow.
Oh, that's some commitment.
Wow.
I never could make it through, and it wasn't dry. It had the filling, and stuff, but I gotta have the frosting.
That's like what Kevin from The Office. It's like every day you buy a burger and you take one topping off of it and save it. So by the end of the week, you have a bonus burger.
No, I couldn't do it. I also had to wait a couple minutes for it to cool off slightly because you put the icing on it and it would melt. It would get runny and go off the sides. It's like, no, you stay on my toaster strudel.
Whoa.
Fiber muffin, black coffee, like an 80-year-old.
I usually just do the black coffee. I usually only eat breakfast on Friday mornings because we have a breakfast taco truck here and food truck here that it's amazing, and my wife and I will treat ourselves once a week, and that's on Friday.
Breakfast taco.
After living in San Antonio for 10 years, it's like that stuff becomes a part of your DNA, man.
Does that compare? I mean, does the one?
Yeah, it's the only one that I've had since I've come up here that does, and that's because they keep it simple, like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, okay. You know what talking about food does?
It makes you want to go get some food.
Yes, damn it. So,
well, we will be headed towards San Diego.
Mike hit me up after that and said, "Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on."
Oh, but we'll be headed to San Diego. Pictures, walkthroughs, hopefully live streams, cool new stuff.
We'll find some way, right? I mean, last year was depressing because it was like, what the hell's with this internet? But find something. Go across to the airport or down the block or something.
Yeah. So it'll be fun, and unpredictable as usual, but there will be cool stuff that we expect to see, and there's always the unexpected as well. So
yeah, that's gonna be cool.
I think there's gonna be something that's shown that is very, 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 very unexpected. That's gonna catch a lot of people like, what the hell? And it's gonna be cool.
So. See, you say stuff like that, and I'm like, you haven't even told me this. Why are you teasing me? This is bullshit.
Oh, and check out the site tomorrow, mid-morning, I would say. Get to help unveil something. So, yeah.
I don't know about that either. Or have I forgotten it?
I think you've forgotten it. Yeah, but yeah, I'd forgotten about that. That's tomorrow. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll
okay. We'll be seeing you guys later this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll probably be doing it over on the main channel too, because no weekly, obviously. And then I don't know if I'm going to get anything shot before taking off on Tuesday. Because I want to get to I don't want to show up at your house at midnight and then be like, hey, here's a bunch of toys. Let's put these up and stuff.
Yeah, and then turn around and leave the next morning.
Yeah. I've got a lot of mowing to do, so.
Well, that's a lot of thinking time. So there you go.
There it is. So yeah.
Right. Thanks for joining us. Yeah.
I nearly just clicked leave studio, which would just leave you here by yourself.
Guys, I'm in a place where I don't know where I am. I don't know how to change.
How do I end this and what's happening? Where am I?
All right.
Okay, yeah, we will catch y'all soon.
Later.